Cherry preserves are cherries that have been preserved in a sweet syrup. One of my favorite things to use that with is like a cherry crisp. I take it out, I drain the syrup, put my cherries on the bottom, put my crisp on top of it, and it's so good. Nobody has ever complained about that one. The first step is to de-stem all the cherries so they're ready to go into my pitter. The second step is to wash them to remove any residue of sprays that are on the cherries. Then I take my 2 pounds of cherries and put them through my pitter. I always double check to make sure that it's gotten all of the pits because even though this is a great machine, it does miss them sometimes. Now I'll place my pitted cherries into a large pot. I'll add 4 cups of sugar and 1/4 of a cup of water. I'll gently stir that in because I don't actually want to break up my cherries at all. I don't want them to be crushed. I want to get a really good coating of the sugar on the cherries. I'll then cover it and place it in a cool location for the next 12 to 18 hours. I allowed my cherries to rest overnight, and you can see that they have this lovely syrup that's developed underneath them now. And that's just kind of a mix of all the juices that have come out as well as some of that sugar that has melted. And I always watch when I'm doing cherries for pits because they show up all the time. It seems like every step of the way. Now I'll add 1/2 of a teaspoon of butter, and that just makes it so that the foam stays down. And I'll place this on the stove and bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'll boil it for 1 minute. I like to stir it pretty regularly because with all the sugar that's in this, it can have issues with burning if you're not careful. I'll fill my 1/2 pint jars up to 1/4 of an inch of headspace, which is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. I try to make sure I get just a little bit of cherries into each jar. I don't want to have jars that have way more fruit in them as opposed to others that have way more syrup. Now I'll wipe off the rims with a clean damp cloth. This is just so that if any of that syrup got on the edge, that it won't interfere with the seal. And then I'll place my lids and rings on until they're fingertip tight. I'm using my new favorite lids. They're by Superb, which is an American company, and I mean, really the quality is just really good. I wouldn't have affiliated with them if I didn't believe that it was a good product. They have a super squishy seal that's on the edge here. It's blue, so it's kind of fun, the color, but I really like how thick it feels, so I feel like it does a good job of adhering to my jars. I've canned with over 100 of these so far, and I haven't had any of them fail. So, I mean, those are good numbers at this point. No buckling, no issues with any of that. And they have 5 coatings of corrosion-resistant stuff, whatever it is that they put on them, which is great because I put my stuff in the root cellar, and so I have to worry about it being a little bit more humid. I'll process these in the boiling water bath for 15 minutes if I'm at sea level, but I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'll go for 20. But I won't start my timer until after it begins to boil. Now that the processing time is complete, I'll turn off the heat, remove the lid, and let it cool for 5 minutes. I'll remove the jars from the canner and place them on a heat-resistant surface about 1 to 2 inches apart so that they can cool quickly. I'll allow them to sit for 24 hours so that they can get a good seal. I know that they have a good seal if the center of the lid has depressed down. If it has, then I remove the ring, wash off the outside of the jars, and store them in a cool, dry, dark location and use them in the next 1 to 3 years. If for some reason they didn't seal, then I would place them in the refrigerator and use them right away. So cherry preserves is going to be slightly different tasting for each different kind of cherry that you use. So it's sweet, it's in a thick syrup. This is perfect for on ice cream with maybe a little bit of granola. That would be really good. Also on waffles and pancakes. Really, anything that I would do syrup on, I would do preserves on.